All right, here we are jumping into the Scolipede raid. This is considered to be one of the hardest raids in the PokeMMO raid cycle so far. We're going to put our meme music on for this one. It's probably going to be a little bit of a circus. Let's see how it goes. We have a lot of good strategists in here. Vincer, Rumel, Cav. We set up our Sun. This is a Sun team-based raid. I'm going to spam Eruption. I do have, we set up Tailwind as well. I have Choice Scarf on my Typhlosion, so I should be doing max damage. Yep, 6%. So Scolipede, the crazy thing about this raid is like he sets up Toxic Spites immediately, which is very tough to deal with, as well as you can only do 6% damage max. They lower the maximum damage in this raid, I assume because Scolipede's a bit frailer to make it harder. So they lower the max damage down to 60. One of the other just toughest things about the raid is you have to have a hazer in the back. I don't even know why yet. We'll have to see for sure why here in a bit, but it's recommended to always have a hazer in the back because I think it gets so fast that it becomes so problematic. Scolipede is also one of the best Pokemon, I think the best raid Pokemon to be released so far in terms of its effect on the game. Speed Boost Scolipede, very good PvP Pokemon. I think kind of taking over OU a little bit. We can actually go check PvP stats. So one of the more powerful hidden ability mons to see so far. I'd actually love to check the price of it at this point. Let's see how much it's being used. There's not many people have access to them right now is the biggest problem. So we still have Sun up here. It gets a speed boost. I don't think I need to bring in do all your damage first. Okay, so we're gonna go in for big damage first. The question is what I want to bring in here. Probably just Darmanitan. Probably just get as much damage off as possible. Big damage. Darmanitan can do big damage. The shiny Chandelure with the Lil Arsonist is a crazy name. But PvP stats, let's go check Scolipede. It's already at not much usage. Some people have access to them, but 316 games, 51%, 52% winner. So doing pretty decent. Speed boost. Yep, speed boost is just such a powerful ability. I'm just gonna Flare Blitz into the Scolipede, get as much damage off as possible. At 6%. Yep, we do our max damage. Okay, so your best bet is just to do max damage as much as possible. Incinerate. We're throwing off an Incinerate to get rid of the... I didn't even know Incinerate's an AoE move. That's kind of crazy. To burn the berry. So you see, Scolipede's Citrus Berry was burned, which is super important. I actually asked before heading into this fight if I should bring Incinerate someone else that they had access to it, so they were going to go ahead and bring it. More Spike Sliders get thrown up. So you want to lead this fight with as many Typhlosions as possible with Eruption, because it's gonna, you don't want to be bringing, if you're bringing in your Typhlosion later into the fight, you're kind of trolling. There's just too many spikes up, too many toxic spikes. So you want someone to lead with Sun, someone to lead with Tailwind, and then have that double Typhlosion lead. I feel like is your best bet, getting the most damage off. A lot more spikes are coming in here. I think I'd probably go ahead and bring in, let's see. Is it ever worth, I wish I had Defog on this. That seems kind of sad. I don't know if it's actually worth it, though, to be fair. I have to check with my teammates really quick. When should I bring in my Haze Pokemon? Is it worth it yet, or should I just go ahead and keep bringing in more damage? Only damage? Okay. Damage only is the strat right now from what I'm seeing. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Volcarona. Volt's going to come in. Volt's job is just to get off a Fiery Dance with a Fire Gem. I could have gone Expert Belt here, but the math is like, if I get off one fire attack with Fire Gem, I do 50% boosted, versus if I bring the Expert Belt, I'm only doing 20%, and then I have to get off 3 attacks with Volcarona for what's it called to pay off, and I don't think that would ever, I don't think it's gonna happen. We see a Shedinja come in, but it's just I think a Typhlosion named Shedinja. That's pretty based. The Volcarona comes out, gets poisoned, takes some spikes damage. I'm gonna throw off my Fiery Dance. I think going Fiery Gem is better, but I could be wrong. It was a nice big Haze. You probably hit damage cap itemless with Volk. That's probably fair. That's probably fair. Damage cap just changes. It's so interesting. Like, damage caps on a Pokemon change so many strategies. There is 5.9% damage, so max damage, I think, on Scolipede. I do get a special attack raise now off that as well. So if I can live on my Volcarona, it'd be super nice here. A nice big say. Oh, Scolipede goes for the SD. That's pretty scary. This thing right now, that's gonna kill my Volcarona for sure. That Rock Slide. Yep, I am dead. Areno. This thing is +2 attack. It's trying to speed boost. It's trying to raise its attack. We have 3 Pokemon left. It is very much a DPS fest. Very much a DPS fest. Defog won't work. Is Defog canceled against raids? Gotcha. Good call from chat. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in, I think just damage, I assume, is the play here still. I'm gonna keep bringing in damage, I think, until Cav, our team organizer, tells me not to. Once again, go sub to Cav. Check out if you want proper guides for these raids with lots of practice. Cav is doing each raid with multiple accounts, so he has a lot more experience than the average player. I really recommend check out Cav on YouTube, offering the best raid guides, in my opinion. All damage for now. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the Blaziken then. Just trying to DPS this thing as much as possible. Moltres comes out. Something I messed up a ton, I've talked about earlier, was I really should have prepared more legendaries for these raids. A massive mistake I made was not preparing things like Moltres, things like Entei, things like Suicune. All of these Pokemon have been extremely good for raids, and I didn't prepare them, which is a massive mistake on my end. I'm gonna go for the Flare Blitz here. We also have Infernape going for Flare Blitz. Just trying to do as much damage as possible so we can kill this thing before we die. There's 6% from the Infernape Flare Blitz, 6% from the Charizard Weather Ball. Our team is doing amazing right now. 6% from my Flare Blitz. Like, we're all just trying to put in as much damage as possible. I've heard another boom. So we just did 6% times 4. So we just did 24% or whatever in one cycle. That was awesome to see. Full damage, full damage. It's currently at 16% HP. My Murkrow is not really going to be able to do any damage against this thing, so I only have one more Pokemon to do damage against it. Do I bring in the Murkrow now? Do I bring in the Murkrow now and go for the Haze, or do I go Houndoom? I assume we're coordinating. Now do the Haze. I want to see what Cav says. I think that it makes sense. The Haze would be good now. You can Tailwind if you want. Dude, you're so... Either or. Cav is fucking built different. I feel like it's probably a good time, right? I feel like this is a good Haze. Maybe I'm Cope. Am I trolling if I come in Haze? I feel like getting rid of the defense boost is nice. Rumel's gonna Haze? Okay, I'll come Tailwind then. That's fine. Gotcha. Pat do damage. Oh, you're calling it in link chat, Cav. Apologies. I'm Tailwinding. Yeah, apologies. Apologies. Cav got everything stratted out. Sorry, yeah, my bad. Sorry, Cav. We'll just switch places. Appreciate it. Especially if you're in a randoms queue, definitely check link chat. Super good. Obviously, you know, I just made a mistake. I should have really linked chat. You know, everybody makes mistakes during situations like this or during these raids. It's okay. I appreciate my team's patience. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the Tailwind here. We got Rumel hazing. I think what happens is everybody wants to be like the supporting player in raids. Everybody wants to like be the... It's kind of cute. I feel like a lot of people, like usually in games, it's like everybody wants to be like the DPS king, you know, the ADC, the damage dealer. But in PokeMMO, everybody's like, oh, I want to haze for my team. I want to set up Tailwind. I want to set up streams. I want to like... Everybody wants to do like setup. It's kind of sweet. Everybody's the support player in PokeMMO. Kind of Giga Chad. So Scolipede gets burned, which is actually really nice. Just temporarily. We get Tailwind up, we get Haze. I'm here to flex, that is all. Yeah, Giga Chad. If you don't do the support, yeah, I think that's the thought process as well. Is even though we're in an organized team, in solo queue, if you don't like throw up the support, if you like, that's why like I think all of the like more experienced / it sounds dumb, like good players. I think a lot of the good players over focus on support because we're like our brain is like we want to, you know, if our teammates don't, then we have to support. So gotcha. We should be able to do match. This should be the end of the fight. Unbelievably good coordination, and that was just like this team was perfect. Unbelievably good coordination from this team and good play. Flying types are so good. Like Moltres would have been so good here to switch it in at this end part with all of the spikes and stuff up. Flying types are just so good here. I think that's going to do enough damage to KO it. Big Bird delivers the final hit on the Scolipede. Good raids, boys. Took me down to my last Pokemon, but the way we set it up, we had the win in the bag, guaranteed. Well played, guys. Super well played. Like, my team just did an amazing job there, and I cannot recommend you guys enough. Get a team. Join my Discord. Either join a PokeMMO in-game team. Try to find people on the forums. Find people in my Discord. Find some people who can help you with this raid, because doing this raid solo queue seems like a nightmare. We're going to throw our Pokeball, go for this catch. Get our Scolipede catch. Boom. I got teleported back to a PC. For some reason. Did that happen normally? Does that happen? I don't remember seeing that. But here's our Scolipede catch. Pretty good IVs. Thunder Special Attack's not great though, but that's, we haven't seen any like crazy good IVs yet on Raidmons for my catches. I do want to see how much does a Scolipede with hidden ability access cost right now? I'm curious. Hidden ability, yes. 300k minimum. These are expensive. That's awesome. 300k minimum is super sick.